Welcome to my weekly what sold video. This video is going to be a little bit different if you are a normal viewer of my channel, only because I do not have time to edit in all of my sales up here or up here, wherever I normally put them. It is 6 o'clock a.m. on Black Friday, and my daughter and I decided last minute to go shopping this morning, and then we have my sister's Thanksgiving, and then we're going to my mother-in-law's house tonight. So basically I have an hour of free time this morning, so I'm going to try to get this filmed for you guys, still let you know my sales, because if you're listening, the pictures don't matter anyway, is what I figured. So if you're new here, my name's Heather. I'm a full-time reseller. I do 3 videos a week on this channel all about reselling, so if that sounds interesting to you, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. You can hit that bell next to it, and it'll give you notifications every time I put out a new video. I'm not going to edit this, so you're going to see all my mistakes, which is actually the real me anyway. If you watch my channel before, you know that. I did a whole video with moisturizer on the end of my nose, so that's amazing. Please give this video a thumbs up, and let's get into the video. Let's get into my sales. I had a pretty good sales week, nothing amazing. I don't think it was as good as last week. I did want to start keeping track of my numbers a little bit better, but again, I don't have time this morning. Okay, the first thing I sold on Depop were these pair of Figs pants. I sold a couple of Figs items this week really quickly. These were in a size medium black, and I sold those for $24. That came from an offer from the buyer, so that's great. I also sold this pair of Miss Me jeans. They were getting a lot of attention on Depop, and they sold for $28. That's my 2 Depop sales. Let me tell you about Facebook Marketplace. Let me know if you guys do any Black Friday shopping. It actually is like a little bit back like the old days that they weren't starting anything on Thursday night, which I was like, wow, shocking. Okay, Facebook Marketplace, I sold a pair of Lululemon leggings. They were a burgundy pair of Wonder Under crops, and they sold for $20. They were in a size 4. I don't really do that great with Lululemon crops anymore, so I was happy to still make that sale. And actually, I feel like I can't see my other sales until I get that shipped, because it's just showing it right here. So I think I had a couple more Catherine's tops. If I get it shipped, I can pop it in at the end what my other Facebook Marketplace sales were. Let me tell you about a couple on MERCARI, which was really small. I sold a pair of Killstar leggings. I just picked these up recently. They were in a size 4. This is a good goth brand to be on the lookout for, and they sold for $35. And then I sold a pair of New with Tags American Eagle 90s boyfriend jeans in a plus size 22, and they sold for $38. So very few sales on there, although I did stop doing the automatic markdown, or whatever it's called, smart pricing, because it was like lowering it super fast, and I don't like to lower my stuff that fast. Okay, on Poshmark, I sold this Ralph Lauren sport sweater. This was in a size medium. It was a pink cable knit sweater with the horse logo on the chest. That sold for $31. Next were a pair of Miss Me shorts. These were the Starstruck embellished shorts. They were in a size 29, and they sold for $29. Next was a Majorelle dress. I think this is a Revolve brand, although I've had this dress for a really long time. It was in a size large, a floral halter mini style, and that sold for $22. Next were a pair of LuLaRoe jeans. I still do so good with LuLaRoe jeans in the larger sizes. These were a size 32, and they were colored, and they were skinny. So some of this stuff does still sell. Do your research. These were a size 32 burgundy high-rise stretch, and they sold for $29. Next was an Adriana Papel dress in a size 6. This was navy blue sheath style, and it only sold for $10. I find that I do better with the longer maxi versions of Adriana Papel or New with Tags. Next were those White Mountain clogs. I got these at a Goodwill because I know that this style is like extra trending, and comps weren't great, but I thought maybe Grace could wear them, but they were a little too small for her, so I did sell them super fast for $21. So I did still make a profit. A lot of people told me on Instagram not to get them because the resale isn't there. Like, it wasn't great, but I flipped them in like a few hours and made a few dollars, so that's fine with me. Next was a Talbot's blazer. This was in a size 12. It was the Aberdeen style. This was plaid wool, and that sold for $30. I sold another pair of Athleta Brooklyn ankle pants. I've been selling these so good lately. These were in a size 10 tall, which were my old ones. And so I decided to sell them, and they sold for $34. So that's great. Next, a pair of Democracy jeans, size 18. These were the Ab Technology skinny. They sold for $28. I sold another Talbot's blazers. The Talbot's blazers in sizes like 12, 14, and up do good for me. These, this one was a wool blend, and it wasn't a size 12. It was a plaid, very Christmassy looking, so that sold for $34. These Abercrombie jeans sold very quickly. They weren't in size 28. They were the 90 straight, ultra high rise, and they said curve love on them, which makes these Abercrombie jeans more desirable. They sold for $31. Next were a pair of Tony Lama men's 8.5 gray slip-on shoes, which I would not recommend getting because I had them forever and they only sold for $8. But Tony Lama boots can do better. Abercrombie and Fitch jeans again, size 29, 90 straight, ultra high rise, curve love. These ones sold for $40. Next are a pair of new with tags, Judy blue, size 26 high rise, skinny jeans. Skinny jeans do still sell, guys, but you gotta really like do your research. I think this helped that these were new with tags. They sold for $29. Athleta size 6 white linen cargo joggers sold for only $12. Next were a pair of Juicy Couture pants in a size 8. These were camo, Y2K, crop. I only sold them for $11. This was a day where I sent out some big offers on old items. Cut loose jacket in a size small. Linen sold for $8. Garnet Hill size medium gray cotton drape minimalist sweater sold for $7. Lafayette 148 size small blue pockets open cardigan sold for $6. So that's all my crappy low sales, but I was glad to get rid of them because I think I've had them for like at least 9 months. So goodbye. Next were a pair of Athleta pants, and guess what style? The Brooklyn ankle pant. Again, size 12 black sold for $32. Pick those up whenever you see them. Next is the brand Kinross, Kinross. This is a cashmere cardigan that I found recently for a good price. It was a medium brown and gray color block, and it sold for $38. Next are a pair of Figs scrub pants. These were in a size small. They were teal. I did split up the pants and the top, even though like everybody told me not to, but then the pants sold immediately, and I'm like, okay. These ones sold for $24. Next were a pair of Vionic shoes. These were in a 7.5 patent leather tan, and they were the style Mia. Very classic looking style, sold for $27. Next was a Jenny Kane shirt, which I have sold 4 times on eBay, and it got returned every single time because of fit. So I stopped listing it on eBay, and I just listed on Poshmark. Now it sold for $90, and I got 5 stars, and it's not getting returned. So thank goodness. Next, new with tags, cut from the cloth jeans. These, let me just check my calendar to make sure, because those sold on the 16th. And I feel like I'm going to start telling you, okay, I already told you about those. Okay, so that's it on Poshmark. I was like, wait, I think you guys already heard about that. Okay, let's go on to eBay. eBay, last night I sold this Finley shirt. This was in a size medium. It was a red plaid lightweight top, sold for $25. Next was a Bowden top. This was in a size 10, just a multicolor long sleeve button up. That sold for $22. Next was a Bob Mackie. I am starting to look at this and Quacker Factory in sizes 2X or larger a little bit more. I was watching Kaylee Lane and she talked about how they do good with her. So I am going to try them as well. I did look up comps myself though before I bought them, and I'm also looking for more interesting pieces, not just really plain stuff. This was a 2X floral embroidered business type top, and it sold for $28. Next was a soft surrounding sweater in a size medium. This was a yellow floral V-neck that sold for $20. I sold this Nils coat in a size 10. This was a vintage like 80s ski puffer. It did have a flaw. I don't remember what it was without going into the listing, but that sold for $20. Next was a new with tags kimono. I listed this yesterday morning and it sold in the afternoon. It was in a 1X/2X tropical gauzy, sold for $35. This J. Jill sweater sold really quickly. This was a 1X gray cashmere sweater, and that sold for $30. Next was the brand opening ceremony. I got this forever ago in a rescue box. I don't know if anything does good in this brand, but I had this dress for over a year, definitely. It sold for $8. Next was a Free People shirt. This was in a size extra large. If this would have been a smaller size, I probably wouldn't have gotten it. It's an off-the-shoulder ruched party top is what I called it. $25. Next was an Ann Taylor new with tags size 10 open crop jacket that I got for 99 cents at a thrift world, and this sold for $13. I sold these Judy blue shorts in a size large. These are very stretchy, high rise, and they sold for $20. Next was a Catherine sweater in a size 3X. This was a red sparkle cardigan, perfect for the holidays and Christmas coming up. That sold for $25. I sold another pair of Athleta Brooklyn ankle pants. These ones again were in a size 10 tall. There goes my heat. And it sold for $30. Next was a Catherine shirt in a size 5X. This was a casual work plus size. That's all the keywords that I use. Sold for $22. Next was a Lily Pulitzer size small pink. It was a beachcomber pullover sweatshirt, and that sold for $33. I sold these Eileen Fisher size small brown wool blend crinkle wide leg pants for $25. I actually already sold these on eBay. They got returned and I sold them again. Next was a Catherine shirt in a size 4X. This was a tan linen blend plus size top for $30. That was my full asking price. I sold these Abercrombie and Fitch jeans in a size 6. These were the 90s relaxed high-rise jeans. Also Curve Love, those sold for $30. This sweater sold extremely quickly. It was the brand Crimson Clover, although both of those start with a K. So sweaters do really good from this brand. It was a merino wool and silk blend, and that sold for $55. Next was a J. Crew sweater in a size small. This was the sweater blazer, very classic, good style. This one did have a little bit of a stain on it though, so I listed it lower, and it sold for $25. Next was a vintage wool vest that I just couldn't leave behind at the thrift store because it just was so cool. It's very like 70s, 80s looking. It had leather like details with these toggles in the front, and it sold for $25 really fast, so that's great. Talbot sweater in a size large, pink cashmere turtleneck sweater, sold for $30. Anne Klein belt, something I don't ever sell. This was a vintage gold dolphin belt, and I sold it for $51, so it did come out on a new rack. I decided to look it up because it was so unique, and comps were great. Next was a New With Tags J. Crew shirt in a size medium. This was a leopard high-low pop-over top, and that sold for $22.50. And that's my sales, guys. Sorry it's fast, but I did still want to get out a video for you, even though I have things to do. I need to go ship. I need to get something going on with my hair, but probably not because, you know, I'm just very low maintenance. I'll just grab a ponytail because when it starts to get dry, it's going to get frizzy and disgusting. So, yay. Hopefully I find some good deals today. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend with your family. If you are still doing Thanksgiving stuff, I will see you on Sunday. I should have a haul video if I get enough stuff to show you. Otherwise, I might have another designer box coming, so we'll see what I can figure out by then. Again, thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.